many people have been to this show before? Show of hands. How many people have been to CES for 10 years? Oh, that's a lot of us. How many people have been to this show for 10 years? Okay, just a few of us. How many people have been to CES for 20 years? Oh, 30? Good God, you guys have nothing better to do in the new year? What one gadget, anybody just yell it out really loud so we can all hear you. What one thing, one gadget that you saw 20 years ago, do you still remember right this second? OLED or toilet? Well, it was one or the other. What was that? OLED, not toilet, because we had those a few years before. Not the smart toilets, they just came 3 years ago. Every year, this is my 11th year at CES. I wasn't, even alive 20 years ago. Bullshit. But we can all dream. But what was that? No, really, 21 years ago. I was just 5. But every year at CES, I spend most of my time, as many of the journalists in this room do, trying to really figure out what will still be relevant 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. So I want to take you on my journey of the past few days as I try to figure this out. Guys, can we roll the tape? Over the years, I have shown you a ton of super cute, cool, lovable little robots, but this year, finally, one that's super practical. Charmin has developed Rollbot, the world's first droid toilet paper delivery system.
It's a game changer.
Woke up feeling like I just might run for president. Even if there ain't no precedent. Switching up the messaging. I'm about to add a little estrogen. Buy my whip, by myself. Pay my rent, by myself.
This is the world's first cat facial recognition and poo recognition. Did I hear that right?
That is correct. Yes, crazy. It actually works for human too. Idea came from
Sugar spice, and I'm nice. Show me what you made of. Crazy, sexy, cool, baby, with or without makeup. Got nothing to prove, but I'ma show you how I do. Put me up in Magic City, busting hundreds by the bands, and I throw it like a goal. Throw it like a goal. Hanging out the 750, feeling bossy in my city, 'cause I run it like a goal. Run it like a goal.
Oh God, no.
This is what we all want to be doing right now.
So check this out. It's a stethoscope. It can listen to my lungs. It can take my temperature just by waving it over my forehead. I can do an EKG with it. This is life-changing. Well, life-saving. In the future, you won't have to worry about driving at all. In fact, you won't have to worry about anything except being comfortable and happy. Huh.
I'll give you the full experience.
Give me the full Monty.
Yeah, you got it.
Fire me up. I would describe what is happening right now, but this is a family show. Woo!
That's how I roll. If I'm shining, everybody wanna shine. I was born like this, don't even gotta try. I like shot a nigga better over time. They just say I'm not the baddest bitch you like. It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the goose. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby. Ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I'm the put it in the proof. Gotta blame it on my juice.
And this year, someone's reinvented the wheel. Ta-da! This year, a sort of mood ring for dogs.
It's a game changer.
I do my hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Hair talk.
Back to your left, no back.
Baby, how you feeling?
Hang on a second. Is that a baby bottle? Is this like a Keurig for babies? What the heck is this?
It is. This is the Baby Brezza Formula Pro Advanced Wi-Fi. You can make automatically a warm formula bottle from your phone now. It's as easy as pushing a button. You press the start button and it comes right out. This machine will do it in seconds instead of minutes.
Because why should we have to get out of bed when our baby cries?
Especially in the middle of the night.
Because the phone is right there.
Exactly. And
Wow.
even
I've seen everything now. That's it. I'm done. I'm done.
It's a game changer.
You know, I have a crew that comes with me. One of them is right over there, Roddy Blaylock. He is not only my best cameraman, he always makes me look great, but he's my husband. Yesterday was his birthday. Couldn't do this without him. Thank you, Roddy. And Nathan John Gaward, he edited that overnight. So I hadn't seen that yet. I didn't know. There were a few clips from last year. We cheated a little bit, you know, like when I came out on stage. But thank you so much to Nathan as well. You are the life of this show. This show is nothing without every single person in this room. I just admire so many of you, fellow journalists, colleagues. We'll get to more of you in a second. I'd also want to just thank the sponsors and whoever's calling me right now. I'm a little busy. As the 20th year, you know, this is filled with swag. We couldn't do this without the sponsors. Moby Grip left one of these. They gave one of these to every single person in the room. Great way to hold on to your phone. I know you also found some other prizes on your chair. I also know how incredibly busy we all are, but I really encourage you to stay until the end of this show, not just for the swag. Moment of truth, who's here, because you know that we're going to give away some killer prizes. It's okay. We won't shame you. Hey, honesty is big in 2020. I appreciate you. You're going to have a chance to win a ton of that swag in the next 2 hours. Yeah, a lot. Like better than the Oscars, guys. It's. You know what? Bring it on. You want it right now? You want it to start right now? Okay. Peter Wheatfield from Sharp, why don't you come up here and help us get this party started right? Hey, Peter, thank you so much for being here. Thank you.
Okay, I have 3 hours with everybody, so here we go. I better have a jaunty spirit to keep you going. Is that correct? Yes. I'm with Sharp Electronics. This is our 108th year, 108. But I'm humbled. This is the first time they're all going to get mad at me. I've never been here in this event before. And I'll tell you why. Yeah, you can boo me. I look like a suit. I work 18-hour days for my company, for my team, to bring out innovation and technology. And last Gadget Standing keeps us all straight. They juxtaposition the speeds and feeds and technologies to make sure that we're continuing to innovate all the time. If you come to our booth at Sharp, you'll see it. I want to give them a round of applause. 20 years. And before I do the trivia, I must say that I was so impressed with those 5 young entrepreneurs. And forgive me for not following you along the path. My God, yeah, what was I doing at 16? So I'd like to do this. 2 of you, was it Josh and Sage? I'm sorry. Nicholas and Sage, yeah. You 2 worked on respiratory and finding a way to help us with our respiratory system. We've sold over 80 million plasma cluster ion technology air purifiers worldwide. And I'm going to give each of the young individuals a Sharp air purifier. I know it's outside of your limits, but I want you to each have one, so they're coming to you. They'll make sure I get the address. So it's just great to be here. I can tell Robin, I can tell everyone that we're going to find a way, Sharp, to participate in the future. I don't want to waste your time. I think they're going to ask me a question.
That's right. Thank you so much, Peter. All right, here are the rules. I got to go over them too. You have to answer a trivia question to get all the free shit that we're giving away here today. Hey, you got to work a little. I mean, not that you haven't been doing your 20-hour days and stuff, but whatever, it's CES. So stay through to the end. You'll have a chance to win a pile of amazeball prizes. I'm going to keep pointing those out. Here's how this goes down. I ask a question. If you know the answer, don't just blurt it out, because somebody might steal it and take all the credit and get the pile of free shit. We don't want that to happen. So raise your hand. We'll make sure to call on you. I've got eagle eyes. I can see this with these on and all of you with these off. I got you. You can show off, like I was going to try to show off my mad scooter skills. You can show off your mad trivia skills today. So here we go. Are we ready? Do you want to ask this first question? Yes, but just for
clarity, the S word she's using really stands for sharp. She didn't mean to say the other one.
Have you guys have seen that show where they train? I can't think of it off the top of my head, but you know what? You're right. You can win that pile of Sharp, awesome gadgets.
Thank you so much. Well done.
shrimp gadgets, shiitake mushroom gadgets. Anyway, I'm going to let Peter pose this first question because it came out of his brain.
Okay.
Go ahead. You ask.
So here's the deal. How many of you have ever cooked with 485 degrees superheated steam in your kitchen? Okay. Whoever wins this is about to experience why when carrots grow up in water and string beans grow up in water and salmon grows up in water, it makes more sense to cook it with water, which is superheated steam, to bring back the nutritional value, knock out the salts, and have the most tasty, brown on the outside, moist on the inside. So the quiz question is, for our countertop super steam 485 degree oven, when you take anything out of the freezer and you need to put it in the oven to cook, how long do you have to wait to preheat the oven in order to cook something frozen? That man right there.
Yep. All right.
Whoa.
That is not the way to start the 20th year, people.
Let me rewind. Elvis, Scooter, she said the S word, I said sharp. Okay, let's try it again.
Do you want me to repeat?
How long does it take to take something out of the freezer and put it in the oven? How long do you have to preheat the 485 degrees superheated steam oven before you actually start cooking?
This woman right here had the answer.
Okay.
She knows the answer the whole time. In the brown right there. 5 minutes? Nope.
Wrong.
You got it. You got it.
Who said it? Excellent. Come on down, baby. Excellent. Excellent. It's instantaneously.
And what do they win, Peter?
They win a Sharp countertop superheated steam oven worth $399.
I want a high five. Woo!
This is going to be the healthiest man in the United States. We've sold 2 million worldwide, 99% in Asia. America doesn't understand the benefits of cooking super steam. Will you stay in touch with me? I'm going to give him my card and let me know your experience so we can put it on social networks, on email, everywhere. From a consumer, Robin's like, Peter, you had 2 minutes. You've been up for 10. There you are, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. Be careful.
Hey,
I think I'm going down. Thank you, everybody, and be sharp.
thank you, Pete from Sharp. And you get an oven, and you get an oven, and where else do you go this week? You walk in the door and somebody gives you something worth $400? Nowhere. I've tried with the slots, it never works. All right, let me tell you how this day is gonna go down, people. Our esteemed panel of veteran journalists went hands-on with hundreds of gadgets to pick the final 10 who are here today. The very 10 you're about to see. I also, as a journalist, have gotten to see a lot of these gadgets ahead of time over the past year. This is by far the best I've ever seen in the 20 years that this contest has gone on. It's a Sophie's choice. I don't know how you're gonna do it. No pressure. So they're going to come on stage. They're going to do a 4-minute demo, and then they have 1 minute to deal with a no-holds-barred question from moi. If they survive that, and only if they survive that, then it's you and only you who can crown the last gadget standing. How, you might ask? Well, a lot of you have been here before, so you know, at the very end of the show, you will clap, scream, cheer. You will make all the noise. And our super high-tech noiseometer will pick that up and record in real time. We should see a clear crowd favorite emerge. If we don't, then we'll run it over again. We'll have a tie off. This is the only time during this entire epic extravaganza that is CES that the wisdom of the crowd prevails. Usually it's just all us journalists saying what we think, or the pork thing, the crazy bad toilet thing, but this is the one time that we get to say, hey, we've all been here, we've walked all these showroom floors, this is what is going to be relevant in 20 years from now. In the past, guess what you picked? Does anybody know? It's not a trivia question for a prize, just for, a lifetime of adoration. And what's one in the past that... Roomba, Canary, OnStar, the granddaddy of GPS. You all know how this goes down. Okay, after the first 5 finalists, we take a break. That's when we get to all the goods, the good goodies. We win all those prizes, and we hear more from Elvis, the iconic Vegas favorite of all time. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's time to get started. To do that, yeah, let me hear it. You ready? All right, I'm going to bring someone up here on stage who is an award-winning journalist, the co-founder and executive editor of Grit Daily News, the champion of live journalism. But before that, he had a little bit of stuff he did here and there. He was an engineer for the Mars Gravity Biosatellite, former attorney advisor of the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, slacker. He co-founded the NASA-originated startup BHEX, known for its robot 3D pizza for astronauts. Please welcome Jordan French to the stage. Good to see you.
You are crushing it up here. Big round of applause for the beautiful, wonderful, very compliant Jennifer Jolly. She'll never get enough praise for what she does. And CS and CTA for bringing us all here. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for Consumer Technology Association. I had to look. I'm Jordan French. Run Grit Daily News in New York. We do a lot of live journalism. We're at Grit Daily. Gonna have a lot of fun today. We're also, I want to ask if you are ready to get geeked. Are you ready to get geeked?
Woo!
I can't hear you. Are you ready to get geeked?
Yeah.
All right. How many ohms does that noisometer go up to? We're not going to break it here, are we tonight,
Oh,
Jennifer?
no way. I mean, it should like reverberate throughout all the way over to South Hall. We got a lot left to go.
That device might make it into the list next year. We'll have to look into that.
Okay.
So, without further delay, we're living in digital time, so fittingly, WowCube is one of the contenders for the crown this year. It is Rubik's Cube 2.0. All the judges found it to be a unique product, and if a picture is worth 1,000 words, I'll say a video is worth 10,000. I'm going to bring up Max Fillen. He's here with Lisa Fillen, co-founders of WowCube. Max, I'm going to let you take it away with your video. Step up in the mic.
All right, come on.
This is a very new type of game console. There is nothing like it. You play by twisting, shaking, and tilting. You can play in 3 dimensions, looking all around the cube, and there can be like characters or other objects that go from one screen to another. And that way, you cannot just port like existing games to the cube. You have to like really change them. As you can see, it looks like a 2x2 version of the Rubik's Cube. It consists of 8 modules combined together in a way enabling them to be rotated by 4 in a layer. Just like in a Rubik's Cube.
Okay, but what exactly is it for?
It's actually a very uncommon game console. It's for gaming and for learning. Right then, hold tight. Modules interact with each other, sharing the game data. As a result, you can see in-game objects literally stepping from one module to another, and thus roaming across the cube surfaces.
Do you want to try?
Yes,
But can I play another game?
you can play many different games. We added a Bluetooth module into the cube, connecting to the phone. And now I can upload new games and apps like a charm. It's done. Now you're gonna shake the cube to launch the game.
Wow, it's amazing. I know this game, but I never played it such a strange way.
A year ago, my father helped me make reverse engineering to the cube. Together with my father and his friends, we developed multiple game concepts. Some of them are remakes of well-known games such as Pawn or Labyrinth. Others are completely new games which were never seen before. Even more, you can use it for meditations or just to relax. In addition, we created the developers toolset to let people create their own games and apps, uploading them to the cube. We believe in great power of human creativity. This is the cube.
Hey everyone, My name is Max. Yeah, I think you got the point how it works, but let me tell you a few words what problem it solves. So it's 21st century now, and everything is digital, everything is interactive. Everybody likes to play games, especially kids, but they play on smartphones, tablets, consoles. That's fine, but it's just for fun. Moreover, playing on smartphones may be even sometimes harmful because they sit still, hold the device close to their eyes, staring on the flat screen. On the other hand, we have classical puzzles, brain teasers, something that you can fidget within your hands, like Rubik's Cube. It's scientifically proven that Rubik's Cube makes you smarter. Those puzzles good for cognitive development, for coordination, dexterity, etc., but they became boring for modern kids very fast. Taking best from the classical puzzles and very new and bright video games, we combine them to one magnificent toy that allows you to play acting in both physical and virtual realities, designed to hold it far from the eyes, on your arm's distance, and always thinking in 3 dimensions. Okay, we made lots of games for it, but it's not just for gaming. It had the Bluetooth model, and it's connected to your smartphone, so it's always online. While you're not playing it, you can put it on a charging dock station, and let's say put it near your PC and show any information you want. Bitcoin rate, weather in Los Angeles, time in London. You can link it to your Instagram account, and it turns to a digital photo frame on your table. It can be a weather station, or you can upload the application with a small fish or any other pet lives in it, and it turns to a digital aquarium. You can put it on a nightstand if your child is afraid to sleep in dark. So this is an open platform. Kids will play games, period. If you take the smartphone away, what will you give instead? Give them an interesting toy that literally makes them smarter. Wow, Cube, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, thank you. My one tough question for you is, how is this not just replacing one addictive gadget for another? How do you deal with privacy? How do you deal with all of the concerns so many of us parents have by having those gadgets in the palm of our hands all the time?
Yeah, let's say it like this. The idea belongs to a 12-year-old teenager. You saw him on the video.
Yep.
He just came up with the idea, what if to put the characters on the surface of the Rubik's Cube, and his father realized that it can be a bit more than just a game console, because the main thing is you need to hold it far from the eyes. It's like kind of healthy gaming.
Okay.
And it consists of 8 absolutely independent modules. We create the operation system. It doesn't matter how many of them, 2x2 or 3x3, all is a snake shape.
Okay. Hey, let's hear it for Wow Cube. Thank you so much. Expected price, expected date of launch?
Price,
no?
You're asking how much the health price? $249.
$250, and expected launch date?
Middle of 2020.
Okay, thank you so much. There's contestant number 1. Thank you so much. Up next to introduce our next finalist here. He's a blogger for PC Magazine. He was the editor-in-chief for 15 years at PC Magazine. In his day job, he serves as chief information officer for a financial firm. Michael J. Miller, head on up. Hi, Michael. It's great to see you.
See you.
Thank you.
Well, I'm a little skeptical when it comes to gadgets because I've seen a lot of them. 20 years ago, Robin came to me and said, I think I want to do this little event here at CES called Last Gadget Standing, and I've been judging this ever since, and I've seen a lot of things. So when I heard about this next product, well, I was a little skeptical. I mean, you get something, this size, and you put it against your face, and it gets rid of your sinus headaches. Well, I get sinus headaches, but it didn't seem a little nuts to me. So, okay. And then I saw the scientific studies they had, and I said, okay. Then I got one, and I took it home, and it worked. And not only did it work on my sinus headaches, it worked on my wife's sinus headaches, which was even more impressive. So I was a skeptic, but now I'm a believer. And here to tell you about it is Jennifer Ernst and Dr. Shu Das.
Shubhanoy Das. Thank you, Michael. Now, I got to ask you, but by the way, I'm Jennifer, he's Shu, if you figured that out. I got to ask you, we're here in Las Vegas, and am I the only one that nose, sinuses, head is getting completely jacked up by the smoke in the casinos and everything else? And it's even worse for probably about 1 in 5 of you that have allergies on a regular basis. So we have developed a completely new way to treat the sinus pain associated with allergic rhinitis. It's a non-pharmaceutical solution that uses a slight bit of microcurrent applied to the skin around the sinus passages. FDA cleared. It is an FDA Class 2 medical device under a 510(k) clearance. We are in the market today. So this is shipping. No prescriptions required. It has been shown in our clinical studies to be as effective as the leading pharmaceutical products, actually even better than most, 4 times as good as Sudafed. So, Shu, when you first saw this, you were a little scared. Oh, he was supposed to run a demo. Sorry, let's go ahead and do that. So to use Clear Up, you actually just apply the tip of the device to your skin. You glide it along the cheekbone. It vibrates to tell you it's located at a treatment point, which is associated with the nerve and blood vessels that innervate the sinus passages. Once it finishes vibrating, you glide it to the next treatment point. So the device itself is helping guide you to the right treatment points that will give you the maximum benefit. This tiny microcurrent is a proprietary stimulation technology. With a 5-minute treatment, 74% of people saw benefit after 10 minutes of use. We ran a 4-week study in which people saw 40% reduction in use, and the people that were using it twice a day saw about 70% reduction in pain. So I was about to say, you were a little bit skeptical.
Yes, at first I wasn't sure this was going to work, and we went to Jennifer and kind of told her the things that we would need to see it to happen.
Yeah, he challenged me to come up with a double-blind, randomized clinical trial at a leading Tier 1 sinus center. And that is exactly what we did. The FDA was happy. And you have seen some of the results with your patients.
Yeah, just last week I had a patient who was a farmer from Ohio who, unfortunately, despite multiple surgeries and several rounds of medications for the last 2 years, has been unable to go outside, has been debilitated by headaches. Since he's tried this device, he's been able to start playing golf again. He's been able to spend time with his grandchildren. It's been revolutionary for him to be able to go outside and return to his normal life. And so I'm really proud of and excited about Clear Up and the new opportunities it gives us to treat patients with severe headaches.
Okay, so this treatment is part of a new field of medicine called bioelectronic dry electronic medicine. Our team is committed to bringing solutions out of this field into the mainstream. We are exhibiting at Eureka Park, so come down, see a demo, talk with Dr. Doss. And I'd like to ask you that there are millions of people outside this room who also can benefit from this treatment. So Last Gadget Standing is not merely a contest, it is also a platform for reaching the world and for reaching the millions of people like the farmers, like the firefighters, like the tech engineers that you work next to and the programmers who suffer on a daily basis. Can they count on you to make Clear Up the last gadget standing?
Hey, before you head off, I just have one quick question. Yeah. So this does not dispense medication.
Correct.
It's waves.
It's electrical waveforms. There's no medication whatsoever, and therefore no chemical side effects, no drug interactions.
The big concern that most people have when you put medical devices in the palms of consumers' hands is that they'll use that maybe the wrong way, won't seek medical attention when they need it. As a physician, as a doctor who treats this all the time, how safe is this really?
That's a great question. We've had to...
Oh, sorry.
We've had to go through an FDA usability study to show that this would be safe for children, for adults, and they allowed us to sell it over the counter after we passed all those tests because it uses a very safe microcurrent and not a major current like a TENS unit or something that provides a
A
lot more electricity.
major factor in that study is that we scored a 4.9 out of 5 in usability, which means that people reliably use it correctly.
I don't know if you guys can hear me. My voice doesn't usually sound like I've been smoking all night. I'm not a smoker. See me after. Man, we're only on number 2. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
We're only on number 2, and already, you guys, this is, whew, don't want to be in your shoes right this second. Next up over here, a journalist and colleague of mine whose work rises to the top of my news feeds pretty much every day, and I always say, God, I wish I could come up with like leads like that, first lines like that. He also happens to be the token DC tech policy nerd here today, in case anyone needs that, and don't we all? Little shot of some vibration around our face, maybe some other places. We're gonna get to that gadget in a second, and some tech policy nerdism, or something like that. His name is Rob Pecoraro. He covers the consumer tech landscape for USA Today, Wirecutter, Yahoo Finance, Fast Company. Is there anyone else? Really? He also hopes that his many outlets will pay their invoices on time. We can always dream. Come on up here, Rob, to introduce the next potential last gadget standing. Thank you so much.
So this next gadget, imagine if you had a button you could just stick to a wall and make things happen in the real world. That's what Flick 2 does. Now I have to warn you, because this is not Last Gadget Standing 2035, you can't press this thing and have the traffic ahead of you on Paradise Road disappear. You can't press it and have the blackjack dealer hand you an ace. But this thing can control all sorts of connected devices and apps in your home. We're going to hear all about it from Joachim Prendel. Good luck.
Hello, everyone. I bet you like gadgets a lot. Who in here likes to push buttons? Good. I know I do that too. It's something about the simplicity of pushing a button with a single finger, and then the swift and powerful effect that can have. And then to feel that real and tactile response. Imagine, instead of having to shouting at Alexa or pulling up your phone, sometimes you just had a button to do what you want to do instead. To control lights, or to control music, or for the important shortcuts in your life. Flick 2 is that button. In 2014, we invented the smart button by releasing Flick 1. Since then, Flick 1 has been pushed over 50 million times. Flick 2 is the next generation of smart buttons. We have taken everything that we learned for the past 6 years, and since we are the inventors of the original smart button, we have felt the weight of the entire history of push buttons in order to develop this product. And for being just a simple push button, I believe that we have reached perfection. Flick 2 is built for label stickers. So you can put on a sticker, and so that you and your family can see exactly what each button does. And then it can stick to any surface. Like this. Sorry about that. So in the app, you decide whether each button should be connected to your phone or if it's connected to our new hub. You choose then what happens when you push twice, or when you hold down the button. Flick 2 has long-range capability, so you can put one of these hubs in the middle of a large villa, and then you can sprinkle your entire house with over 64 buttons per hub. And it's way easier than it sounds. With the new Hub LR, we also introduce Apple HomeKit support. The Flick app and the Flick Hub has heaps of built-in functionality, but the true value of Flick 2 is in its versatility. There are SDKs and APIs for everything. You can even switch between different Bluetooth modes, so you can pretend to be a MIDI switch should you want the amp button on your guitar, for example, or it can pretend to be a keyboard, as this button that I'm changing slides with. So whatever you want a button for, Flick 2 is that button. For ordering drinks, as is done in many restaurants in Stockholm, for getting service in a store, as is tried at H&M. To get assistance where you want it and when you need it. In a conference room, for building it in, as in this fishing rod by Aber Garcia and Angler, where you push a button to store when you catch a fish, you store the environment, and you store the GPS position. Or as in this purse by B&Kin, that built-in buttons for ordering an Uber to where you are, or to send your GPS position to your friends in case you're feeling insecure. Or just a simple button to play music. This is my favorite song. All right. In a time where everything can be controlled by voice, I hope that you feel with me that we're losing something. It's time to bring push buttons back to CES and back into our lives. Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much. So just clarify for me how this works. You push a button, and where it's sending a signal to a smartphone that's then making the action happen. Where's that
So
signal?
it's either, you select either to the smartphone or to the hub. So it's your choice if you want a button to be connected.
How close does your phone have to be for it to work?
Well, that's standard Bluetooth, unless you have like a long-range Bluetooth phone, in case it's like 50 meters.
How much and availability?
Sorry?
How much will it cost, and when is it available?
It's available right now. We did a large Kickstarter. It was about 800,000 in pre-orders, and we've shipped about 90% of that Kickstarter.
Okay.
And we sell them for about, I think, 4 for $99. And
Okay.
then there are bundles with a hub. I think it's 4 buttons and a hub for $169.
Okay, so I feel like we're sensing a theme here about like who likes to push buttons, like who doesn't like to push buttons, right? All right, thank
Right.
you so much.
Thank you.
Bring the old push button back. Enough with like having to go through three things on your phone. And speaking of bringing people back, if I could push a button, I'd push my Rob Pecoraro button and bring him right back on stage right now. Rob, come on back. You know what? I think I just went out of order. Did I just go out of order? I was supposed to bring Mike up first. No. I just went out of order. That's my bad. Yo, Rob, sit down. It's not your time yet. Next up, Mike's coming up next. He is the president and principal analyst at the Fibus Tech, covering wearables and digital health, connected home and privacy. He's another colleague of mine. Come on up here. He's a columnist in the tech section of USA Today, CIO Magazine. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a last Gadget Standing welcome to Mike Fibus. I didn't mean to skip over you. I'm sorry.
So how many of y'all are still ready to get geeked?
Woo-hoo!
That's really good enough for me. I'm not very demanding. Except when it comes to my home network. How's that for a segue, huh?
It's good. That was good. I like that.
So for many of us, it feels like our cell phones are actually faster than our broadband connection at home. And actually, on average, home is actually 3.5 times faster. So what is the problem? It's invariably bad Wi-Fi. Older Wi-Fi isn't built for today. And if you have double-digit gadgets at home, chances are you can really benefit from the intelligence of what's coming with Wi-Fi 6. I was really impressed. I mean, some of my pain points when I'm sitting in the driveway and trying to to connect with my Wi-Fi lock so I can get in, it's still a delay. I mean, the older stuff is still older, but it's better, and it doesn't bog down the network as much. And when I've tried actual Wi-Fi 6 products, it will blow you away. So I'm a believer. I want to introduce Netgear, Sandeep Harpalani. I just found out he was going to be presenting. Sandeep.
It's time to take the next leap in Wi-Fi. Introducing Orbi Wi-Fi 6 from Netgear. never worry about Wi-Fi again with the fastest Wi-Fi ever and 4 times the connection capacity so you can connect more, do more, and stream more simultaneously in true 4K Ultra HD. Enjoy more, period. Fill your home with powerful, reliable Wi-Fi inside and out with faster, stronger, smarter, whole home mesh Wi-Fi system. Easily set up your Wi-Fi with the Orbi app and connect in minutes to the fastest, highest capacity, best Wi-Fi ever. With Wi-Fi this advanced, you're going to want it everywhere. Orbi Wi-Fi 6 from Netgear. The best Wi-Fi everywhere.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sandeep Harpalani, Vice President of Product Management with Netgear. So glad to be here. So I guess you all like good Wi-Fi, right? If you like your gadgets, you need good Wi-Fi. It's almost like a fundamental human requirement, right? Like water, electricity, and food. Don't believe me? Just go turn off your Wi-Fi router for a minute at home. You'll have everybody there at the same time. So this is my home. All right. I think we'll be at some point in time. What's unique here is number of devices. Number of devices have exploded in the last few years. Every appliance that I bought in the past few years is connected to the internet. Whether it's my vacuum cleaner, it's my toothbrush, and more, almost every device that is powered will be connected to the internet, will be pinging the cloud and so on. In addition to that, we all love our devices, our phones, right? The number of screens. They're all designed to basically binge on Netflix and other streaming applications. You have cloud gaming coming up. So that's what is happening. Your home network is getting very, very crowded. It's going to look like this. And nobody loves to be in this data traffic jam, right? So how do we solve this problem? Unless we do something about this, Wi-Fi will die a slow death unless we upgrade its capacity.
Wait. Wi-Fi is going to die? Wi-Fi is dying a slow death? This can't be. You got to read my flyers. They are very sharp.
Paulie, finally I got your attention.
Yes.
Good to have you here.
Yes, I'm happy to be here. Obviously, looking sharp. I'm shamelessly plugging the sponsors. So how is this happening?
So we're going to fix this with Wi-Fi 6. Wi-Fi 6 is the new Wi-Fi standard that is replacing the current 802.11ac or Wi-Fi 5, and that is going to be the Autobahn of internet. Don't you like it? No speed limits, no stoppages, no blockages, no buffering, no issues in terms of your internet connectivity and so on. Everything works smoothly.
Jedi Sandeep, tell me more about this Wi-Fi 6 you speak of.
It improves your performance by 4 times as compared to the current Wi-Fi 5 standard. The big thing here is in terms of improvement in terms of number of streams that supports per unit. It increases the capacity of number of devices that it can handle by about 4 times, and it increases the throughput by about 40%. In addition to that, even your devices, your mobile devices, the battery life is improved. And the best thing, it's completely backward.
Finished, but we're running out of time. These guys want their free stuff. I want this blazer. We could trade.
Shameless JCPenney's, $29 on clearance.
Thank you. I'm sorry, we have to just keep this show rocking and rolling. One last sentence.
Yes, so what we do is combine this Wi-Fi 6 with our best mesh solution to give you a full whole home Wi-Fi. Make sure that every gadget in your home works seamlessly.
Wi-Fi 6 gadgets.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. You get to skip the burning question from me even. That's how much we have to keep this show going. And wait a second, wait for it, Rob. Boop, just push my Rob button. Thank you so much. We all like getting Wi-Fi at home.
Me again. Our next contestant, the gadget we're going to look at has 8 limbs, 1 eye, might be a little handsy, but I assure you, Octobo is not nightmare fuel. You might even want to introduce this fellow to your kids, and we're going to hear all about that from Yuting Su. Good luck.
Hi everyone, my name is Yuting Su. I'm the founder and CEO of Thinker, Tinker, and the creator of Octobo, the plush robot companion that transforms screen time into a meaningful active playtime. Did you know that a majority of preschoolers now owns their own device, and kids 8 and under spend an average of 8 hours on screen media on a daily basis? We're living in digital times, and screen time is definitely causing attention to families. But you may not know that a WHO report says that the problem with child screen time isn't about the screens, it's being sedentary. So we created the Octobo interactive system to merge physical tactile play with the power of mobile apps and bring adorable characters like Octobo to life as kids' best learning buddies. Octobo is powered by a tablet device. He has sensors throughout his body. He has an RFID plate to sense like different physical tokens. And he also have like LEDs and buttons for more type of gameplay. How about let's make Octobo to introduce himself.
Octobo from the magical village of Puzzmo. Oh no! The letters in Puzzmo are missing. I need a brave explorer friend to help me find them.
So Octobo is now inviting kids to go on a letter search journey, which is one of his storybooks. Octobo's different storybooks will invite kids to go on different adventures. It's also a learning adventure. The letter search storybook, kids will learn about different letters, vocab words, and when you give Octobo the token, Octobo will be able to show, well, like Bluetooth is not working. But we will be able to try another one. Let's see if this works. Okay, so let's see the video. Like Bluetooth always not working in a big place. So you can see like kids will give like Octobo different tokens, and the tokens will trigger different emotions like and different like contents, and everything you read in the storybook will come in an animated form. There's different mini games that will invite kids to use their body to interact with Octobo, jump with Octobo. Octobo also have a personality of his own. If you squeeze Octobo, he loves hugs. Okay, I think the microphone is not working. And he likes like wiggle arms, but he doesn't like you to poke his eye. Nope, nope. The Octobo is very unique in so many different ways. He is soft and cuddly, but is also a very powerful hardware himself. He's powered by a tablet, so when your tablet upgrade, Octobo upgrade also. All of his gameplay is open-ended, it's about exploration, so like kids can explore it by themselves. There's no like high score beating. So this Octobo is really a toy that can grow with your kid. There's people like looking into using Octobo in different sectors beyond the kids market, like learnings, like healthcare, like entertainment. We are releasing an Octobo SDK, and Octobo will soon be available for everyone that wants to build their own interactive pets. Robot doesn't need to be hard and shiny, and like screen time doesn't need to be brainless. Octobo is here to play with you. Do you like Octobo? Octobo likes you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, just a couple of quick questions. What size do you need to have the iPad mini in there, or will it fit a smartphone, or do you have to have a specific size iPad?
It's optimized for a 7 to 8 inch tablet, but it works on phone. It also works on both Android and iOS.
Okay, and then this seems like, is it available?
Yes, we launched it at CES.
You launched at CES. How much does it cost?
The starter pack includes Octobo plush toy, storybooks token, play guide, app. Everything is $149.
Okay, so at 150, it's a really expensive, really cute, really interactive gadget case, right? Like, so you have to kind of combat that. Is it machine washable? Kids are playing with it all the time. Is it machine washable?
Because there's hardware built in Octobo, like there's like sensors.
Yeah.
So we suggest like spot clean. I have a 4-year-old, so like
You
it
know.
survived.
You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the material that we pick is very hyperallergenic. It's easy to clean. So we have that thought out.
Okay, super cute. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. That was your first 5. So we're going to take a brief intermission, but you don't want to go anywhere if you don't have to, because this is when we get to the trivia. First of all, who in here knows, out of those first 5, who sees a clear winner? I know, it's really hard. I know, it's really, really hard, right? But I mean, you know, whoever wins today, they get the adoration, they go down in history as the last gadget standing, but no pressure. Okay, Elvis, Elvis is in the building. He's gonna help us here with this trivia. All right, who's ready? Can I hear who's ready? Thank you so much to the generous sponsors, because these prizes are off the hook. Okay, question number 1, Apple. We've heard of them, right? Apple Computer was founded by 3 people in 1976. You have to get all 3 of them. Who are they? Let me see your hands. You right there. Just say it really loud.
Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and I'm thinking
And who? Bill Gates? That is not the correct answer. You gentlemen right here in the hat? Nope. No, Ronald Reagan. It was a great guess, but hell no. What's that? Okay, the question again, Apple Computer. Oh, what's the answer? Ronald Wayne. I heard Ronald Reagan. And I thought, you guys, this has been a long week, but you're on something for Ronald Reagan. You know what? You are correct. Ronald Wayne sold his shares to Jobs and Woz for a bonus? How much? Almost $800. Can I just do one of these? Hey, come on up and get your prize. You got it. You got it. Elvis. He thought it was Forrest Gump, so you were close. Brad, come on up. Or Elvis, meet halfway. Something. You have got some incredible prizes there. I mean, Ronald Ray, I was seriously like, oh my Lord, who have they put in this room with me today? All right. Number 2. Oh, sorry. I'm in the way. Whoop. All right. Stay away from this table. I thought I was supposed to stay away from that table. And I thought you thought I was going to just steal everything, which I might. Okay. All right. Here we go, Elvis. What computer was introduced at CES in 1982, sporting a speedy 1 megahertz CPU and 64... No? Yes, who said that? Come on up, Commodore man. Woo! Are you guys mad because he yelled it out and didn't raise his hand and wait to be called on? It's okay. We're gonna give it to him because he was right. He was right. I had my there you go. All right. Who's ready for the next question? You know what? Raise your hand and somebody else will. Elvis is gonna spot hands because blind can see you. Okay, here we go. Which computer language is an acronym of the name of the world's first computer programmer? I think, oh, no, you right there. You got it. Yeah. Damn, you got this. You guys, I didn't get hard enough questions this year. Way to bring it. Way to bring it. All right, Elvis? Can we take just a very, very short break? And do you have any gadget-related ditties? I mean, a lot of this was invented after, your time. What was the best gadget of your time?
Stereo.
A stereo. Okay. We appreciate that.
Doesn't really help.
Yeah, just need
And any other gadget-related brilliance? Not to put you on the spot or anything, but Elvis, you're so good at what you do. You know how to handle it. Microphones, stereos. I love it. Hey, Elvis, do you know this one? Do you need my reading glasses?
Yeah, I do, because the answer is right below it.
Oh, okay. Okay, Elvis. That's enough out of you. What is maglev an abbreviation for? You right here, you know this answer. Yes, you got it. I know. Woo!
I teach it, so that's how I know.
Oh my God, you're brilliant. You're dropping all kinds of important stuff up here, but you've got the Buttheads fart launcher. I'm not sure it gets any better than that. The Buttheads, why wasn't that a last gadget standing? I'll tell you why. Because it's already won. It's already won for best gadget in the kids' world. Which keynoter this year was voted 22nd smartest person in Hollywood by Entertainment Weekly? You win a prize for saying that. You know what? There was a gentleman. Okay, you go. Ivanka Trump? No. Which keynoter was voted 22nd smartest person in Hollywood by Entertainment Weekly? She's right there. Yes! Leave it to the women to get that answer right.
How many
What?
more do you have?
What's that?
How many more do you have?
One more. Is that okay?
He has two that he's got to do after.
Sweet. Okay. How are we going on that? How are we getting on that swag? Hey, in back of the room, Robin's there. She sees you. Elvis sees you. When was the first electric car invented? I saw your hand go up first. 1908? Not quite. I saw a hand right there. You with the glasses and the hair. 1999? No. Back of the room? No. Keep going. No. Okay, hold on. Hands. No. Wait. Yes. Did you cheat? Did you? 1890. You got it. That was. I can't hear. And can I just say that you are winning the first adult gadget to ever be shown in CES, to ever be on the stage at Last Gadget Standing. The engineer is a woman, and if this goes missing from your seat, Preston, it's Elvis's fault. Congratulations. All right. I have someone to come on up here. Tech influencer. Who's coming up here to help me out? Barry?
That's right.
God, thank God I know who you are. We've only spoken on the phone. Barry, get geeked. Help us out.
Will you do the hands for me?
I'll do the hands. I could take my glasses
All right.
off.
Am
and
I on
can
here?
see
Thank you. Okay, I know time is tight, so I'm thinking of a number between 1 and... No, I'm kidding. But I know time is tight, so I'm not going to give you a big background on Get Geek Media. I'm just going to tell you that if your company is struggling to get the coverage, content, and build the community that it takes to succeed today, then we should talk after Last Gadget Standing. I am going to take just a second to thank Living in Digital Times and their amazing team and Robin for letting me be part of this event again this year. This is our third year that Get Geek Media is part of the event. I'm going to congratulate them on 20 amazing years. I'm going to tip my hat to our awesome judges who worked their you-know-what off to evaluate all these products and get us to 10 finalists. And I'm going to thank
all of the companies that entered this year because they were all amazing and very cool. Because this is my moment in the spotlight, they have allowed and encouraged me to ask 2 questions that are about my background in the tech space, and this is my 16th CES, so it's been going, I know, hard to believe, still no gray and all that, but so the first one, before I founded Get Geeked Media, I had the honor and privilege to work at an amazing startup from 2009 to 2013 that was acquired by AOL, that was co-founded by the 2 guys who had co-founded Engadget. This was their startup after Engadget. And the name of that startup was... Not one hand. No, but that was an AOL. It was co-founded by Ryan Block and Peter Rojas, the 2 co-founders of Engadget. And it was a great little community site where we reviewed gadgets, kind of like Rotten Tomatoes does for movies and films and stuff. And GDGT, I will take the acronym, yes.
Woo!
Miriam, the judges can win, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Gadget.com
Why not?
or GDGT.
Come on up. And Barry, what is this?
Oh, so
you have something special.
I mean, the swag this year is just off the charts, but we've got one that's kind of disguised because it's in a, cardboard box. That is the Mural Canvas, which is a digital photo frame, gives you access to tens of thousands of famous works of arts. It's powered by Netgear. They are constantly adding new stuff. It is really a top-of-the-line prize. Congratulations, Miriam.
I am so jealous.
Wow, I didn't expect this. I need a picture frame, right? Yeah.
I'm coming back to make sure I don't miss any of the hands back here on this.
So, Jen, do I get one more question?
Yes, you do.
I do. Okay, cool. All right.
And then there's one more major giveaway, and I'm coming back here, so I don't
I'm just going to
miss
keep
you
rolling
guys.
then. You stay with me. Okay. So earlier this year, Get Geeked Media, which I founded in 2014, is primarily an experiential agency. Until earlier this year, we launched a new brand to get involved in the influencer marketing space, primarily helping companies connect with YouTubers and create viral content about their products. And to do this, we launched a new brand, and the name of that brand is... I'm not going to call on someone who yells out, I'm sorry. But let's go to the back of the room. The person who's here, I can't see, right there on your left, Jen, right on your left. Someone left, on your left.
My left?
Yeah, well, not now. Back up.
Right over here?
No, right here. Her little head is behind these 2 people. That one right there. Right there. Yeah, yes.
Hottest, right here?
Tech influence?
Wait, what was it?
Tech influence?
No, it's
okay,
not
hold on.
tech influence.
All right,
okay.
Rusty?
Sure.
Okay.
Techfluence.
I can't hear.
Techfluence?
Techfluence, that's right.
She said tech influence, he said techfluence.
Well,
I mean,
stuttered.
you know what? I think we can find a little... Oh,
your call, Jen.
Man. You know what? I think we can... I think we should... That's a tough call. I think we should split that one. I know. I'm going to cry for you. I think that was a tie. That was
okay.
I think
we've got enough to go around.
And Rusty,
both of you come on up. Both of you come on up here.
Yeah, come on up. All right, now I'm going to do something I've never done before. We have one more epic killer giveaway. It's another one of those sharp, amazing
have a young baby at home?
stove ovens. Now, I'm having a really off year this year, and I came up, I gave away all my best trivia questions. Who in this crowd has the best trivia question that no one will get? You'll win a prize just for coming up with it, and then whoever gets it will win that sharp prize. Raise of hands, who has the best trivia question? I saw this one first.
Thank you, Jen.
Do you have the best trivia question?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, come on over. Safa?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jen. How are you? Nice to meet you. All right, impress us all with your killer trivia question.
What's the fewest number of moves you could solve any 3x3 Rubik's Cube in? Oh, people know it.
Who got first? Whose hand was up first? You guys have to help me. Be honest. Which one of you two? You have to arm wrestle.
Oh, then he wins.
Oh, honesty wins. Clay?
20.
20? That was right. Hey, both of you, come on up. Both for having the question, for winning the question. Is Peter still here with Sharp? Okay, Peter had to bail on us, but well done. One of you wins the other cook stove oven, and the other wins something amazing that we have left. I think Safa gets the amazing thing that we have left. Clay gets that other cook stove oven. How's that for awesome? Okay, go on over here. They're going to get your information. We're going to get you something awesome because that's what we do here at Last Gadget Standing. We spread the awesome. Are we ready to get going? Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. All right. Hey, thank you so much to our sponsors. Incredible piles of prizes, incredible audience. We have 5 more, and then it's up to you to name that last gadget standing. We need you. This is the only contest where we, the people, get the voice. We like our voices to be heard. Okay. The host, the founder of Mobile Tech Podcast, a weekly podcast covering all things mobile. She is the founder of Tank Girl Media, a consulting firm specializing in product validation and media strategy for startups and large consumer tech companies. Miriam, you've met her before because she is a winner. Come on up and introduce our next finalist. Great to see you.
Thanks, Jen.
Great to see you. Thank you.
Thanks, Jennifer. Jennifer Jolly, everyone. Let's see. We've got, I was at Gadget a while back as a journalist, and in those days, we did a lot, in the early days of smart devices, right? We did a lot of smart devices when it was like, oh my God, your kettle has Wi-Fi and tells you when the water's boiling. Yes, right? Now we're kind of like, oh, whatever. So when I see a smart device out there that kind of breaks that mold and is more exciting, that makes me happy. And this one coming up is one of those. Another thing is, before I actually was a journalist, I made video games. I was an engineer, a developer. And when I made video games, one day I got a call from someone in my home, and they said, hey, there is a waterfall through the kitchen doorway. That's not a good thing, right? Like when you hear that, you're like, a waterfall? I'm like, what are you talking about? Water is falling through the doorway from above. That's not good. Another one, and probably heard people say before, is like, your neighbors call you while you're on vacation. Hey, your pipes burst. There's water everywhere in your yard. So these are kind of 2 examples of kind of a nightmare scenario if you're a homeowner or a renter. And this is what Finn Smart Water Assistant solves. This is a product that was designed by, engineered by a Finnish plumbing company, and that is in partnership with Belkin. And so I want to introduce Jason Rovensall and Marielle DeVisa up on stage to talk about the Finn Smart Water Assistant.
Thank you so much. We're super excited to be here. So like Miriam said, how many out there have ever had a water leak or know of someone who has a water leak? It's a terrible experience, right? You don't want to go through it again. And so we're going to talk about how you can prevent that. With the clicker. Oh, one back, please. So we waste over 1 trillion gallons of water every year. And every homeowner, about 10% of your water use is lost to leaks. And that's about 10,000 gallons a year. So it's not a question of if you've had a leak, it's a question of when you're going to have a leak. About 2% of all homeowners every year have a leak. That cost is upwards of $10,000. We have some instances where it's over $1 million. You're gonna have to deal with contractors, with mold, with terrible things. Well, we want to avoid you having to do that. And you can save the environment at the same time. So what's kind of scary is that 2 out of every 3 people face a shortage of clean water. And so we have a device that can help you avoid having to deal with that and save the planet at the same time. So Jason, why don't you tell us a little bit about a product?
Sure. So this is the Finn Smart Water Assistant. It's a DIY install, so you can do it yourself. It's pretty easy. All you need to do is hook up the Finn's 2 sensors to your hot and cold water lines under any sink in your home. And the great thing about this, it takes 15 minutes. You don't need any plumber. And you only need one in your entire home to monitor for leaks anywhere in your house and to tell you how much water each of the fixtures in your house is using. We're really proud of it. It's a great device.
And so next, so like Jason said, it's a single product, does your whole home, but what's really exciting is it tells you not only how you're using your water, but what you're using your water with. Crazy, I know. So it'll tell you, are you using a shower? Are you using a toilet? But not only that you're using a shower, you have the ability to say you're using your upstairs shower or your guest shower. So it really starts to give you insights and make you smarter about how you're using your water. We also tell you about leaks. So when you have that terrible feeling, you're here at CES, you're like, is my home safe? We could tell you. It's all app-based. And we could also tell you about freeze warnings. So having that fear that something is going to blow up, terrible. You don't have to deal with that. Loads of machine learning and AI in the background that helps us do that. So with that, let's walk through the app so we can show you what that experience is like. So you'll see when you log in, it's gonna give you a warning. Hi, Jason, everything is looking great, which is fantastic. In the activity monitor, when you drop that down, you'll be able to see what the pressure is in your house, what the temperature is. Pressure, really important. Most people don't know. If you have high pressure in your city, in your neighborhood, you're adding super stress into your house. We can tell you and avoid those damages. It'll also tell you when we go into the next one, plumbing check, which will give you insights about what's happening. You can know, guaranteed, that your pipes are tight. You can see what your pipe started at the start of the test and what it ended at. If there's no decay, then that means you have a tight system. The next, we can go into and see Water Use Plus, which will give you some insights about not only how much water you're using in the whole month, but you get that detail day by day. And when you click into the day, you also can get that comparison to how you're doing to your neighbors, so you can get that competitive edge going. You can see how many, if you want, I don't know. But here you can see how many gallons you've used, but how you've used that. So you can see by the summary by type, and when you go into the actual events, you'll not only see what happened, when it happened, and how much it happened. So again, giving you insight. So from the morning, you can wake up at 6 o'clock, you flush the toilet, that was 1.2 gallons, you will then use the sink. So a lot of great insights, and again, helps you get smarter. So you can click on each of these events, and you can confirm that what the system said it was. You can say, yup, you were right, that's what it was. And if not, you can go ahead and change it. So very interactive, that you can make the system smarter, and you can be part of that whole process. So we're Finn, we're really excited. We're helping the world save water, one drop at a time. Thanks so much.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So let me just make sure that I got this straight. So it tips you off if there's a leak, but then it also tells you how much water you're using on any given day and how to ease back on water. Am I capturing that correctly?
That's right.
So because it's not just an insurance program for if you get a leak.
That's right. And so it makes you smarter. So from an insurance side, there are some carriers that just by knowing what you're doing in your water makes your home safer, so you can get some insurance savings. And then also you can be smarter. We get husbands and wives that are like, no, you take a longer shower. No, you take a longer shower. And so
I'm pretty sure you've met us. and if you live in California, if you live in a place where water's really expensive, that one little leak, to Miriam's point, can, we had a $700 water bill once. Out now and price?
Out now, you can get it at Best Buy or Fin.com, $299 price point.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right,
I'm supposed to be asking really hard questions, but these are really good gadgets this year, you guys. I mean, I'm thinking of a few little snarky things after, but I'm just really impressed with these. I am also really impressed, and I'm pushing the Mike Fibus, please return back to stage button. I'm really impressed that he is the one who's going to introduce this next one. Can't wait. Herstory. I mean, you want my help?
No. Well, it seems
because
like...
they've been offering desk sides for these. How does you do a reporter desk side for a vibrator? Really?
It looks like, the first half of the show, Jennifer, was about pushing buttons. The second half, it sounds like it's more about maintaining pipes. I told Robin I wouldn't.
Yeah.
So I suppose you're wondering what a guy like me is doing standing up right now, introducing a product like this. As you know, I tested and advocated for the Wi-Fi 6 Orbi, and the judge that tested and advocated for this, let's say, demurred. So here I am.
Taking one for the team. Thank you. Thank you,
Right?
Mike.
So for inspiration, I went to look to see back to what Carrie wrote all of us presenters to just sort of guide us. And here's what he said. So the intro is to set the scene. What did the judges like? What's the big deal? What itch is being scratched? So the product actually. Come on, Mike.
You're on your own, man.
I know.
You got it. Elvis has left the building.
The product actually sounds pretty ingenious. It's with sensors and an app. It's sort of like biofeedback for the pelvis. It's an orgasm optimizer, you might say. And so after this, you may be wondering, some of you, what women will need with us guys. And of course, it's to introduce their products. So with that, please welcome Liz Klinger and James Wine, co-founders.
All right, so first we need our volunteer to come up.
Barry, please come up. So we have a little game here that we built for the SF
Family
Exploratorium.
show.
Don't worry.
Yep.
Volunteer.
So,
Okay.
yeah. So in terms of this goal of the game, guess what the average force of a vaginal contraction is during orgasm. So go ahead and hold on. Yes. Hold on to it. Yeah. So basically squeeze. Be the vagina. So up. It'll go up. It'll go down. Keep holding on to it. Keep holding on to it. Little too hard there, but you know, it happens. But you get a pin still. You still get a prize if you can read that for us.
Done with me? Have I done good? Oh, read this, of course. I had an orgasm! Woo! I can't read the rest. I don't have my
And all I got was this pin.
And all I got was this pin.
So one question is, what does this have to do with our product? And for that, we're
Thank
going
you,
to
Barry.
change over to the presentation.
Right.
And over to Liz.
Thank you so much. So I'm Liz. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Lioness. James is my co-founder and CTO. And this right here that you're looking at on the screen is an orgasm, a real orgasm from a real person. And this right here is how, I'm trying to coordinate all my vibrator, my mic, you know, everyday problems.
Switch over to the app.
Actually, switch over to the app. Okay, I guess I'll hold up the app. That's fine. Oh, there we go. There we go. So basically, this is how the technology essentially works. So you squeeze there's two sensors on the vibrator. You squeeze it. You can see the circle go up and down. That's basically how our technology works. So Lioness uses biofeedback sensory technology so a person can literally see their own arousal and orgasm. Back to the slides. There we go, and that was a live view demo. So, okay, so you know, that's cool and all, but really, why does this all matter and what can I do with this? So a lot of what has to do with like research around physiological sexual function for women and also people with vaginas is just very poorly researched. Even healthcare professionals don't get a great education on this. They don't have great training around it. And I know because I've been in the sexual wellness space for over 10 years. And in my previous life, I used to sell sex toys to people around the country and would get questions from people from all walks of life. They had nowhere to turn, and that's what we're doing to try to help that. So Lioness is bringing data and technology that has been only in the most cutting-edge research labs to the hands of consumers. We built this with my co-founder, James. He's a data scientist from Google X and also Bridgewater. My co-founder, Anna, who's a mechanical engineer from Amazon Lab 126. So the fact of the matter is here that basically, how do I put it? Like, your sex life is influenced not by things in the moment, but also things that happen over time, a long period of time, like all that lack of sleep and anxiety that we have every single day. Sex therapists generally recommend clients to keep track of their sex life with a sex diary, just write it down. But the problem with that is, like food diaries, you're not going to keep up with that. It's tedious. So what Lioness does is it automatically tracks the physiological side of things. You're able to put in different entries and tags and notes about your experiences over time. And customers already, just with this raw data practically, is able to improve their sex lives in many ways that we've never even believed were possible. One example of that is a case with a concussion where I presented this paper at a nursing conference where a person was able to see the effect of the concussion through her orgasm data and then see her recovery as well. We've done some cool stuff with a company called Ease on cannabis and CBD and looking at the effects of those two things on orgasms. And there's so many different possibilities here. And what we're introducing now is AI-guided feedback. So basically, after 30,000 different data points that we've been able to analyze, 4 years and dozens of case studies, we're able to actually highlight areas of arousal and orgasm for people to make it easier for them to track and improve their sex lives over time.
I have to, they're sending me up, like I feel so terrible interrupting you guys, especially when you're talking about orgasms.
It's a great topic.
It just doesn't seem fair. And I have to tell you, I am a something-year-old woman, but I do have the mind of a 12-year-old and not like the snarky, like crazy comments. I appreciate this room being adult, is what I'm trying to say. I have no further follow-up questions for you right now, except why should a vibrator be the last gadget standing of 2020?
Oh my gosh, so let me tell you. Research on sexual function for women and people with vaginas has literally, like the technology has not been studied and improved on since the 1980s. Like that's older than...
It's no longer to treat hysteria, is what you're trying to tell us. Okay.
Well, there's that. And also, it's just like, imagine if the technology here at CES had not improved since 1980. Like, come on, that is pathetic. So this is a way to try and progress that. And we've done so much, like, toppled over so many barriers.
Can I just help you? We all know what you went through last year, and can I just wrap up by saying you've come a long way.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Really? You weren't thinking it? Come on. Barry's like, oh dear God, somebody shut her up. All right, CEO of Global Training and Events Group and founder of Tech Up for Women and Engagement Platform, advocating the advancement of women in technology. Help me out here. Thank you so much, Dawn Pratt. Thank you. Woo.
Hi. I'm not sure how to follow that, except that maybe with some overuse, the product I'm about to introduce might be needed. So I'm Dawn Pratt. I founded techupforwomen.com. All you women out there, it's a website and annual conference in New York to tech your life up in every industry, every job function. So with time being of the essence, we're all about innovation and new technology. This next product is super cool. I feel confident that it is going to change the healthcare market, and it's revolutionary procedures. So I want to introduce Dr. Samir Kamar, and we're really excited.
Can everyone hear me okay? Great. So great to be here. My name is Samir Kamar. I am a physician, and I'm the CEO and founder of MedWand. I've got something in my pocket, and no, it's not a vibrator, but you're going to find it's pretty cool. I'm going to introduce you to some tech today that you'll agree with is going to change the healthcare world. And let's get right into it. So imagine you're at CES all week and you're sick. You're very sick. You're holed up in your hotel room. And you don't want to call a strange doctor to your hotel room at night, and you don't want to travel somewhere while you're so sick. What can you do? Well, wouldn't it be cool if your doctor could actually examine you right through your own computer in your own hotel room? I mean, if that was the case, your doctor could examine you anywhere. Your doctor could examine you at home. at work, even on a plane while you were flying. Tricorder would be nice, but tricorders don't really exist. Well, I want to show you the next best thing. This here in my pocket is the MedWand. MedWand is a pocket-sized medical device with which your doctor can actually examine you anywhere on the planet over the internet. It has within it a stethoscope to listen to your organs, an otoscope to look into your ears, an ophthalmoscope to look into your eyes, a dermatoscope to look at skin lesions and measure them across time, a throat illuminator to look down into your tonsils. It has a thermometer that you just wave over your forehead, gives you the reading without waking you up. It's got an EKG for dangerous heart rhythms, and several vitals including oxygen levels, heart rate, and respiratory rate. 10 of the most commonly used medical devices in the palm of your hand with which your doctor can use and choose from to examine you anywhere on the planet. With this, doctors can diagnose thousands upon thousands of medical conditions. What does that mean for you? It means no more waiting rooms, no more germ exposure, no more lack of privacy. You don't have to travel to the doctor's office anymore when you're sick. For many, many years, we've had patients go to doctors to get examined, and now you can actually be examined right where you are. What does it mean for the medical world? Well, doctors can examine patients anywhere. I can sit right here in Las Vegas and examine a patient on a beach, on a battlefield, and even you in bed. You see, it may sound cliche, but MedWand actually saves lives. I'm a doctor, I can tell you it never gets old. And MedWand may very well end up saving your life one day. And it's not just here in this room. MedWand has the potential to save not just millions, but actually 1 billion lives, because now we can reach people anywhere on the planet to give them medical care. You know, awards are great, and we've won many, but it's more than that for us. It's about doing something impactful that changes the way the world works, about moving society forward. We believe that this does that. In my hand is the closest thing you're going to see to a tricorder. This is Doctors Without Borders in the palm of my hand. And as Steve Jobs would say, this is what puts a dent in the universe. Thank you very much.
I'm going to take a step back from being your host and being snarky and funny and just, I'm going to share a human moment with you here. I lost my best friend this morning. This may have saved his life. And so I'm going to just say, I thank you. I'm mind over matter. You guys are all getting me through it right now, but this is really important, and I don't want to throw the whole Ask Gadget Standing thing because vibrators are really important too, and so are toys, and so is everything that we're seeing. But just thank you, and thank every one of you and every inventor and person who's here with a gadget, because these truly are life-changing, even these really smart toys. So thanks, everybody, and thank you all for holding me up. And I mean, that's kind of a perfect way to lead into one of my favorite human beings on this planet, another one of them. He is just another colleague. He is a really good friend. He is someone I read his stuff all the time. I look up to him as a human, as a fellow journalist. He is a prolific journalist in the consumer tech space. He has a syndicated column with USA Today. He's a freelance journalist for more than 40 publications. He's an author, radio and TV host. He's a public speaker. He hosts Gear Guide. I've honestly been told by many people that I am like freakishly hardworking. This guy works harder than all of us. He does it with a smile, a great personality. He's Canadian, which means he's just like kind. It's crazy. Mark Salzman, come on up. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you guys are the best.
Wow, Jen, thank you so much. Wow, what a lovely introduction. So yes, at the risk of carbon dating myself, I have been doing this for 25 years. Thank you very much. So when I started in '94 reviewing video games, just so I can get them for free, and you know, funny where it takes you, games like Doom, Wolfenstein, and a little bit later Duke Nukem, if anybody remembers that,
was so exciting to me, yeah, because it blurred the lines between game player and game maker, right? It was so exciting to see these kids and kids at heart creating new content, be it levels or mods, weapons, whatever, and then sharing them over the internet for others to enjoy. And then a little bit more recently, we've seen games like Little Big Planet, Super Mario Maker, and of course Minecraft take it to the next level. Really, just amazing, making it so engaging for game players to create content. So I was really excited as one of the privileged judges of Last Gadget Standing to take a look at Doodle-matic mobile game maker, because it brings it down to kids as young as 6, and it includes the one device that kids love to use, whether it's their parent's phone or a tablet. And without further ado, I'll let the next presenter tell you why it deserves to be the last gadget standing. Please help me welcome to the stage Tink Digital's Martin Horstman.
Hey everybody. Hello. Hey everybody, I'm Martin Horstman, the co-founder of Doodle-matic and the creator of the technology we're about to show you. Now, by a show of hands, who of you here play video games or know someone that plays video games? All right, just about all of us, right?
Hi, everybody. I'm Alicia Horstman, and I am the co-founder of Doodle-matic. I'm also an artist and educator, so I'm really excited about the creative end of this. How many of you here know a 6-year-old that has created their own game? A few, but very, very few.
With Doodle-matic, we're about to change all of that. Doodle-matic is a revolutionary new platform that allows kids as young as 6 years old to make a video game. That's right, just 6. All you need to do is create a scene using 5 colors, red, green, blue, black, and purple, on a whitish background. Take a picture and that becomes a game. The box kit comes with markers and paper, but you can make a game out of anything. Candy, toys, craft materials. You can even make a game out of, come on guys, come on in. People in bodysuits, that's right everybody. We're gonna take a picture. This here is going to be a playable game before the end of the presentation.
Okay, so what exactly is Doodle-matic Mobile Game Maker?
Thanks guys.
It is a complete game-making kit. Okay? The idea behind this is that we are flipping our use and our relationship with technology. It is no longer just for us as a consumer. We are the creators behind the tech.
Let's get our presentation going. All right. All right, so the Doodle-matic kit comes with a QR code that lets you make up to 1,000 games. But more importantly, it comes with books that teach game design in a fun, interactive way. We have over 120 example games, and we go over 39 concepts in game design.
So the idea behind this is that it sounds like a bunch of fun and games, but there really is an educational component. As an educator, I have to point out that this is an incredible tool in the classroom. Instead of students sitting there taking worksheets to test their knowledge, they are now creating games for each other and practicing the content that way. This encourages higher order thinking skills and gets kids more engaged with what they're doing. Doodle-matic is also a fantastic tool for your family and friends. So anybody you do a game night, okay, you can get together and you can make games on things like cakes. You can celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, political cartoons. You can also go ahead and do bridal showers and bachelorette parties.
All right, so Doodle-matic, we take security and privacy very seriously. So this is meant for kids, but we want kids to be protected. That's why a child under 13 years old, they can only play their games and a game that someone from my team has actually looked at, played, and approved for kids. So all of you adults, while you guys can have a great time doodling after dark, remember that this is gonna be safe for your kids to play. Doodle-matic is priced at an incredible $29.99. We believe that everybody should have accessibility to this amazing platform. Now, while we keep the price low, we also give back whenever we have the opportunity to. All right, guys, let's switch to number 5 so we can show our game. All right, here we go. We're controlling our green avatar. We have to avoid this red guy and get to our blue goal. Uh-oh, I can do this. Here we go. I win. Back to the presentation.
Okay, so as we enter this new phygital era of play, really combining the idea of the physical space and the digital world, because let's face it, the digital devices, they're inevitable in all of our lives, even kids as young as 2 and 3 years old. The idea behind this, if we think about it, Albert Einstein said, imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. Doodlematic has the power to reignite those critical skills for all of us of all ages, because our minds and the world around us really are the ultimate gadget. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank both of you. So every single person in this room had one of these on their chairs when they came in,
Yes,
right?
they did, absolutely.
So the idea here is you use the special markers, you create your games, but you still need a mobile device to make it all work, right?
This is true, yes.
Okay. All right, and
it doesn't just have to be markers, though. It really
So,
can be anything,
the
as you
point
saw
here-
gummy bears.
This cake is a playable game. It could be anything that's these colors on a white background. That's really where things start getting creative and fun.
so when you color on a body, do you need the green screen suit?
No. So as long as it's a whitish background, so only if you are very, very pale, then you are able to go ahead and draw on yourself.
So I'm pretty pale, so I could draw on my arm and maybe make a game off of my arm. These people were dressed in bodysuits, so green is the color of the avatar. That's why she's in green making her pose. Blue is our goal, so on.
So if you color on your arm,
Right.
then that becomes a video game.
I
Okay.
could.
Surface for your game.
Right. There are other body parts I could color on too.
I'm just thinking ahead. I'm just thinking ahead. Thank you both so much. Doodlematic,
you.
everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Is this really true that we're at our last contestant? Are we at number 10 already? Is that true? Are you guys keeping count? Who knows the clear winner? Okay, well, you've got one more. So hang on. Our last contestant, our last judge to introduce our last contestant is the editorial director for Laptop Magazine and Tom's Guide when he's not playing with the latest gadgets at work or putting on VR helmets at trade shows. He's taking apart his PC or teaching his kids to program. Avram, come on up and please help us introduce the final finalist of the day. Thank you so much. I thank you.
Ni hao. Nitseswad Zainali. I just asked you, and if you do speak Mandarin, you probably didn't understand me either, where the bathroom was. I took Mandarin language class for 4 years at night, and that is all I retained. And I took it not so I could find out where the men's room is when I go to the Computex trade show every year, but so I could have serious, meaningful conversations with some of the vendors I deal with as a journalist for whom English is not their first language. Now, if I had this tool, Ambassador, I could actually have a really serious conversation because this translator is designed not just to ask simple directions, but to really do serious business conversations from person to person. So I'd like to introduce Sergio Diaz, VP of Product for Waverly Labs, to talk about Ambassador.
Hey, how's everybody? Thanks for being here. Last one. I'm going to be quick, but I hope you like our product. We started 5 years ago, a group of 4 friends. We were very excited, and we had a very personal problem. We all, when we came to the US, didn't speak perfect English, and it was frustrating. It was scary, it was infuriating, and you even suffer a lot of discrimination. In the process, we were working together to develop a voice translation that could go into your ear. We developed the pilot, our first product, put it on Indiegogo, and we sold 7.3 million on pre-sale, and then we sold 39,000 units all around the world. From that feedback, we started getting a lot of information that helped us to design the Ambassador. The Ambassador is this little device I have here. Oh. Sorry. That is not only cheaper, it's also easier to share. It allows you to have conversations from all around the world. It's the accuracy of the translation, it's almost as a human translator, right? And it's also over the ear, so you can share without any hygiene issues. We have more battery, we have better microphones. And basically how it works, this device has 2 microphones. Those 2 microphones focus on this area of your mouth, right? So anything I'm saying is just going to be captured from this area. It's a process called beamforming. We've been testing it a lot in Eureka Park. We have a neighbor that he has a karaoke, and still you can capture all the voice all the time precisely, right? Then we send it to the cloud through a lot of compression, and we provide the best accurate translation available on Earth. And finally, you will just hear it in your voice, in your ear, right? We have 4 modes. The first mode is listen. Let's say you want to attend a conference in France. You sit in the audience, you put the device, and everything that's being said in French, you'll hear it in English, right? We have converse, and converse is really exciting because you can connect up to 4 devices to one single phone. And when you connect those those devices, you can have 4 people speaking different languages and different dialects. So we don't only translate Spanish to English, we translate South African English to Mexican Spanish, right? And we have lecture. Like today, in case you want to do a conference, in case you want to do a call, they invite you to do a TED Talk in Turkey, and your Turkish is rusty, right? So you can use this device to project into the audience. So I just wanted to, run and give you a little demo. Bueno, decidimos hacer una demostración en vivo porque obviamente cuando haces una demostración en vivo con cientos de personas y todo el mundo está grabando, no hay nada que pueda salir mal.
Well, we decided to do a live demonstration because obviously when doing a live demonstration with hundreds of people and everyone is recording, there is nothing that can go wrong.
Me gustaría también si pudiéramos tener la cámara que vieran la velocidad con la que mi voz se está capturando. En cuanto yo digo algo, en la pantalla del teléfono empiezan a aparecer mis palabras. Es importante que la traducción sea rápida, porque si no es rápida se vuelve muy frustrante.
I would also like if we could have the camera that comes with the speed with which my voice is capturing. As soon as I say something on the phone screen, my words begin to seem. It is important that the translation is fast because otherwise it is fast. It becomes very frustrating.
Espero que este producto nos ayude a mejorar la vida de miles de personas, de inmigrantes y gente que quiere hacer negocios alrededor del mundo. Muchas gracias por escucharnos.
I hope this product helps us improve the lives of thousands of immigrants and people who want to do business around the world. Thank you very much for listening to us.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. That's fantastic. So, you know what? I have my quick question for you. Do you need any sort of mobile device? Do you have to have your smartphone nearby for this translation to happen in real time like that?
Right, so we send all the translation to the cloud, and the reason for that is that if we wanted to do it offline, the translation wouldn't be as accurate.
Right.
There are billions of possibilities, and if you add on top of that the layer of dialects, it's a lot of complexity. You know, like Panamanian Spanish to translating to Canadian French is just too much for a phone.
So you have to be connected to Wi-Fi. You have to be connected some way to the internet.
Right,
through your mobile device.
Right, you don't need Wi-Fi. You can use it with 3G or 4G. We did a lot of work in compression, so with that, it's more than enough.
Incredible. Thank you. Thank you. Price and availability?
It's well, right now you can buy it for $120, but after March it's going to be $199, and it's you buy it once, free forever, no membership, no subscription, no nothing.
I've been testing out a lot of these real-time translators, and I haven't seen one work that quickly or that accurately yet. So that's really impressive. An impressive display. Thank you.
Oh, muchas gracias.
All right. Anyone who's been to this show knows these are the 10 best we've ever seen. It's time. It's your time. It's the time for you to choose the Last Gadget Standing 2020 live event winter. It's not a winter, it's a winner, but it is the winter. We all know. All right. This isn't totally scientific, of course. I mean, it's pretty scientific. It is the year 2020, so it's fairly scientific. But we do believe in the wisdom of you, the wisdom of this crowd to pick a really important product that will stand the test of time. So to help us do this, our fearless leader, the man behind this entire show, he and his wife, Robin, do so much for so many of us here at Living in Digital Times and CES. Gary Christian.
Thank you. Wow. When I used to do this show with my wife, Robin, I never quite got an introduction like that, so it's really great. Thank you. We're here, we've got a live sound meter, and we're going to use that meter to measure the applause. We're going to show it on the screen over there, and Jen will call off the products in order, and we are then going to clap for each one. So there's a couple very simple rules. Cheering is great. That's what you're here for. No vuvuzelas. Remember that Olympics with all the vuvuzelas? Yeah, none of that. No trumpets, no dog whistles. Just stay where you are and scream and shout for the product that really lets you, that you really love. And the meter will tell you about it. The first thing we need to do, though, is to have Jen introduce us in a test cheer so we could see if the levels are, roughly set to where we want them to be. So can you do that, please, Jen?
I sure can. Who in here thinks it's a good thing that there are sex toys at this year's show? Let me hear.
All right, so I have a feeling that if they actually had a sex toy, we'd be a little bit louder, so I'm going to turn this baby down.
I mean, we do. Let me hear a round of applause for this. Not as a winner, just as a vibrator. One more time.
All right, stop.
All right, stop.
So we got to reset our engines here.
I have one more question for this crowd. Can I? May I?
Go ahead.
To test. Who likes sex? All right. What do you think?
I think we're good to go. Just follow the screen, go in order from left to right, and we'll determine the winner here.
All right. Number one. Hang on. Not yet. The Rubik's Cube for the next generation of super smart brains.
Yeah, go ahead.
Number two, clear up that little device that can fix your sinus and headache pain in an instant. Number three, who likes to push the buttons? Number four, who wants to have Wi-Fi when you need it most, all the time, no matter what, the Orbi Wi-Fi 6 mesh? Number five, who wants to turn that smart screen into an adorable little play toy, the Octobo? Number six, who wants to make sure you don't get in a fight with your husband or your wife about who takes the longest showers ever again, the Finn Smart Water? Next, should we do it again?
No, we have mics in various places in the room. They're picking up the sound, and this is the best we can do for an objective measure. It sounded right to me. I don't know if it didn't sound right out there. It totally sounded correct to me.
Okay, next up. All right, next contestant, the Med Wand, that potentially life-saving gadget. I'm not sure how you follow that, although making that play after dark, whatever that play on words was, the Doodle-matic Game Maker is next. And last but never least, the real-time ambassador interpreter.
Okay, so the deal here is the two red things on the top mean these two values are within 5% of each other. That's the criteria used by the instrument. And we'd like to do a runoff, and whoever wins in the runoff, even if it's by like the tiniest amount, that's the winner.
Okay, so I'm going to give you all a second to catch your breath. I'm going to go in reverse order, if that's okay with you, Carrie. We'll do Ambassador first and then.
Sure.
If that's
sure.
okay. I'm just
And
trying
I'm
to take all the bias out of this.
I'm going to clear up. Hold on, I haven't, I'm like, I got to.
I
Here we go.
understand.
Here we go.
Oh, I understand.
And so you're going to do
that
Ambassador and then Medwand, right?
Yeah, is that okay?
That sounds perfect. I'm ready to roll.
Okay, this is it. This is your final chance to let your voice be heard, the wisdom of the crowd. Let's hear it one last time for Last Gadget Standing Potential, Ambassador Interpreter. Okay, drum roll. This is the last of the last of the last of the last. Before the Gadget Standing, the Medwand. There you have it. That is the tightest race we have ever seen here at Last Gadget Standing.
That's really pretty amazing.
We might have to do a Last Gadget Standing first. I think there are 2 clear winners this year.
Yeah.
For the first time in Last Gadget Standing history, we will crown 2 winners. We will make sure that we have 2 plaques. May I please see the 2 co-winners of Last Gadget Standing 2020, Medwand and the Ambassador Interpreter.
Nice.
Thank you so much. Come on up. Let's take some pictures. Well done. Well done. It's okay to give them a standing ovation. These guys deserve it. Stay there. Come on. You like each other. That's right. Well done. I think that's the right choice. You guys, you made the right choice. All right, we've got some more finalists that need to come up. We also want to do a People's Choice Award. So hang on. Carrie, why don't you go ahead and announce the People's Choice Award? And we're going to take one more picture over here.
All right, so with the People's Choice Award, we have online voting. A lot of you have participated in that. And we just learned this year that online voting and voting in general is hard. We have that in common with the whole country, I think. We had a really hard time coming up with a single winner for the People's Choice voting. So we actually have 3 winners of the People's Choice Award here in 2020. The first winner for People's Choice Award is WowCube. Could you come up? Wow. Come on up.
All right.
And the second People's Choice winner is Thermart. Thermart was not a finalist, but they had a great social media campaign. They got a ton of votes online. And I think they have a representative here. Thermart.
You guys were great.
Come on up. And the last product getting a People's Choice Award was right here. You've seen them already. It's Tivic Health and ClearUp. So ClearUp, please come on up.
Woo!
There you go. And we can do a couple photos while, what are you doing, Robin?
We'd like to just thank every single person who did this experience with us here today. We'd love for all the contestants, the top 10 finalists, to stay here. There are many journalists, including me, who need to do a couple more interviews with you. Thank you, crowd of 2020. We'll see you in a year from now.
And thank you, Jen Jolly, for the most amazing job on the planet under some tough circumstances.
Thank you.